Welcome back, YouTubers. Otaku Lair here, and today I'm just going to be having a small discussion of a fairy tale theory that I've been having in my head for quite a while now. Basically, with the few last chapters, basically been revolving about E.N.D, End, been revolving around Silvers, the demon with demon slaying magic, or something like that, ice demon slaying magic, and then this whole thing about Natsu smelling a scent of grey off silver, which everybody found quite interesting. So what connection does grey have to silver? What connection does Natsu have to Zeref? What connection does Natsu even have to E.N.D, for that matter, if there is any connection that lies there? Well, I've been going over these past 3 to 4 chapters quite frequently. I've brought down the facts, and now I'm just going to give them to you. So, first of all, grey and silver. Well, we all know that Natsu's nose is possibly the strongest nose in all of fairy tale. You could probably smell freaking something from 5 miles away. Who knows? It's just the strongest nose. He was able to track down Urza and Mira when they were miles away. It was just insane how he was able to track that down. But anyways, not enough about Natsu's nose. We all know it's good. So yeah, he was able to smell something off of Silver's that was to grey. So immediately there's a connection between grey and silver. So, but it just leaves it at that. The chapter, a few more pages, it stops after that. We don't really get any more information. It's just the fact that Natsu says to Silver, "Where have I smelt that smell before? It smells similar to grey." And then Silver looks around to Natsu and says, "Don't you dare mention that name to me." Then he throws his scarf at Natsu. He gives back Natsu's scarf to him, and then the chapter basically ends. But then 2 more chapters down, so 2 more weeks later, we find out that, I'm not sure of the demon's name, but it says, and if I look correctly, yes, it says, "You are Grey's what?" So when Grey is battling this demon, the demon says to Grey, "You are Silver's." You are Silver's what? He just says, "You are Silver's." So you know what? You are Silver's son. You are Silver's second half. You are Silver's stepdaughter. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, just throwing shit out there. But yeah, no, the 2 theories that have been going around is that Grey could be Silver's son, or it could be Silver's other half. Just give me a second here to look up notes. So, yeah, so what? So it's his son or his other half. So what we know about Silver is that Silver currently has 2 forms. He has a human form and he has a demon form. This is unlike any other of the demons that Zeref has created, because for all we know, all the other demons only have a demon form. Yeah, Silver has 2 forms. He's human and he is demon. So I was thinking it's possibly possible that whilst in Silver's human form, he possibly fell in love with a human woman. And, well, as lovers, they did what lovers do, and his love gave birth to a child. Now, who knows? This child could possibly Grey, it could possibly be not. I'm thinking it is. I'm going more along the lines of that Grey is Silver's son. We don't really know who his mum is yet, but who knows. But yeah, so Grey is Silver's son. So yeah, Grey was in his human form, he fell in love with a human woman, they did love stuff, you know, and then she gave birth to a son, Grey, which is 1/3 demon and 2/3 human. So 1 part demon, 2 parts human. That's my theory on what Grey could be. And I think this also might have some relevance to Zeref and E.N.D and Natsu. Because Zeref said that only E.N.D or Natsu, only one, will be able to reach him. So not 2, so E.N.D and Natsu won't be able to go together, only one. So is it possible that Grey, who knows, could be E.N.D? because Zeref did say he is one of the strongest demons that he created. Now, I'm not 100% sure with this theory. To be honest, I don't even really believe in this theory myself. I'm just throwing it out there. I personally don't believe that Grey is E.N.D. because there is just not enough facts to support that theory. But it is a possibility because there are enough facts to support the theory that Grey is indeed, or is theoretically, Silver's son. Because, like I just stated, Silver has two forms, and it's possible that he fell in love. Who knows? But the whole theory with Grey being E.N.D, there is not enough facts to support that, but currently, who knows? It could go anywhere. Now, moving on with the same kind of pattern of thought here with E.N.D and one of the Fairy Tale Guild members being E.N.D, I am thinking more of the lines of that, one of two things. Zeref is either a future Natsu, hence Natsu being a past Zeref, or Natsu is E.N.D. Now, why do I think this? Because during the Dragon Arc, or the World Tournament Arc, whatever you guys want to call it, there was obviously a part where time went back and forward, and we saw how one of the Dark Guilds, Sabretooth or something, they're not a Dark Guild, but I'm pretty sure their name is Sabretooth or something like that, how one of their guild members, he went back in time and then forward in time, and then he was able to conquer the dragons, then he came through the portal with the dragons, etc, etc, and then they ended up closing the portal by killing the evil half. Anyways, if you read the chapter, you know what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's basically the gist. So possibly there might have been some interference during that arc, and it's possible that a future Natsu also came out that nobody knew about. But then again, there's not enough facts to support that theory because we saw Zeref a long time before he was even introduced into that Dragon Arc. So it's not very highly possible that Natsu is a past Zeref. But who knows? It could go anywhere. Now, the theory that I am most inclined to believe in myself, and most others would be able to, is that Natsu is E.N.D. Just a correction as well, guys, it's not actually E.N.D, it actually is E.N.D, because there, not only the fact that there are two dots in between it, but also in the manga and in the anime, as you may soon find, when they do pronounce it, it's letter for letter, not the entire word. That's just how it is. So obviously E.N.D stands for something, E.N.D stands for something. It's probably, I don't know, E.N.D never dies or some shit. I just spouted Black Eyed Peas album, yeah. Anyways, so I'm just going to read some facts of what I collaborated on why Natsu could possibly be E.N.D. So there was a part in one of the chapters when Natsu met Zeref, and Zeref, like, first time, and all the soldiers were hung in midair, and they had like a 2-chapter dialogue. Like, half of the dialogue was in one chapter, and then the second half was in like another chapter. Anyways, putting it together, we find that Natsu starts off by saying, well, Zeref starts off by mentioning E.N.D. That's how it starts. And then Natsu says, that's the guy Ignil wanted to kill. And then Zeref says, or rather couldn't kill. I want you to remember one thing. Ignil could not kill him. The most powerful of all the demons that I created. E.N.D, soon you'll be faced with the very same decision. Life or death. The choice is yours. When one finally arrives to me, will it be you or E.N.D or End? So basically it sounds as if Zeref is saying, will it be your human self or will it be your demon self? So there's really no supportive arguments to support the fact that Natsu has a demon side, except for one little small thing. His scarf around his neck and the clothes that Natsu wears, they're kind of like a second life to him. Because if you remember during the arc where Acnologia attacked, and Zeref was on the island, and he let out like this death blast, and like everyone around Natsu and Zeref like fell, except Natsu's scarf turned black. We really don't know what the whole gist of that is, but we know that E.N.D gave Natsu that scarf. Whoever gave E.N.D that scarf, we do not know. Possibly Zeref gave E.N.D that scarf. I also have a small theory that E.N.D and Zeref knew each other, and I'm going to go into more on that now, actually. So it's highly possible that Natsu could be Zeref's son. That is why he is so powerful and has so much potential. Also, the reason why E.N.D could not kill E.N.D is because E.N.D is Natsu, because E.N.D is Natsu. E.N.D may have realized that Natsu is E.N.D during training with Natsu, and Natsu may have let out a very dark aura, which gives E.N.D the reason to believe that Natsu could be of some dark nature. So Natsu has both a dark side and a good side to him, and E.N.D found that out whilst E.N.D was training him in Dragon Slayer magic, yet E.N.D could not kill Natsu because he values Natsu as his son. Also, it's possible that Zeref left Natsu in E.N.D's care, and that also gives reason to believe that if Zeref left Natsu in E.N.D's care, then E.N.D would have already known that Natsu is E.N.D in the future. So basically Natsu has the choice in the future to either be evil or good. Why he would choose evil, we do not know. Maybe there is some sort of dark past that could dramatically change the history of fairy tale, of Earthland, of whatever. Maybe there is something that's really, really dark that we haven't heard of yet. Who knows? But that's just the theory that I am giving to you guys, that E.N.D and Zeref knew each other, that E.N.D knew that Natsu was E.N.D, and that's why he could not kill him, because you guys all know that E.N.D did face E.N.D at one point in time, as Zeref did mention, and Zeref did say that E.N.D could not kill E.N.D. Not would not, not can't not, could not. So why couldn't he? Why? What happened for him? Was he not powerful enough? Did he have too many emotions for him? What was going on inside E.N.D's head to say, I cannot kill this child? You know, what was it? So that's my theory, that Zeref knew E.N.D. E.N.D knew that Natsu was E.N.D, and Natsu in the end has the sole choice of becoming E.N.D or staying as Natsu and facing Zeref. Also, that is why we possibly do not know of Natsu's mother, because he doesn't have a mother. Well, his father is E.N.D, but his soul father, his soul creator is Zeref. Zeref created Natsu, so to speak. But then it also says one of the biggest contradicting facts to this theory is that Zeref did say that E.N.D is the leader of this dark guild at the moment, of these 12 demons. I'm not 100% sure what they're called. But anyways, just thanks guys for listening to my theory. I did talk for a little bit there, so thank you if you listened to the whole way through. Thumbs up if you like the theory, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Any comments or theories or questions that you may have for me, just leave them in the comment section below. If you would like to see more of my theories, more of my reviews, more of my discussions, just subscribe. And thanks guys.